Have you ever noticed that opening up to family can sometimes complicate things? You want to be honest, stay connected, and feel close. But the more you share, the less calm you might feel. Many of us learn this the hard way after 65. It's not that our families don't care. Love is just complex. Expectations, opinions, and emotions get tangled up, and laying everything bare can spark unexpected reactions. I used to think total honesty was the key to family closeness, believing it showed trust. But over time, I learned something profound. Not every truth needs to be shared, not out of shame, but to preserve the peace you've earned. In this video, I want to have a conversation, not a lecture, about 5 things I've learned are best kept private after 65, not to hide, but to be wise. If you've ever felt drained after oversharing or regretted speaking up in a family talk, this is for you. If you're new here, welcome. We're creating a thoughtful space for seniors to live these years with dignity, calm, and strength. Let's dive in. First, let's talk about your finances. We're often told to be open with family to avoid surprises later, thinking transparency about savings, plans, or assets will prevent confusion. I believe that too. But here's what I've learned. Revealing your full financial picture can change family dynamics, sometimes subtly, sometimes fast. Take Martin, an 81-year-old retired engineer who carefully saved and invested. Wanting to ease his family's mind, he shared everything: bank accounts, pension, house deed, estate plans, with his 2 sons, even showing them detailed spreadsheets. He expected gratitude, but instead got questions. "Dad, why stay in such a big house? Shouldn't you sell and move to assisted living? What if you need long-term care?" One son even offered to help manage his finances. It came from love, but Martin felt trapped, as if every choice now needed approval. His spending, a vacation, a new recliner, even shoes, faced scrutiny. What hurt most, he told me, was feeling like he'd lost control of his own life. Once you open that door, it's hard to shut. Even well-meaning family can overstep, and in some cases, distant relatives suddenly show interest. Not in you, but in your money. Planning ahead with a will or power of attorney is wise, but sharing every detail too soon can create pressure. Your money is yours, earned through years of sacrifice. You don't owe anyone explanations for buying a TV or donating to a cause. Protect your peace. Share only what's necessary when it's necessary with those who respect your boundaries. Next, let's discuss health. As we age, our bodies change. Stiff joints, restless nights, occasional aches. It's natural to want to share these with family, thinking they'll care. And they do. But what feels like casual conversation to you can sound like a warning to them. A simple, "my back's been sore," or "I felt dizzy yesterday," might trigger worry, even overreactions. Take Claire, a 76-year-old widow who loves gardening and walks her dog daily. After a weekend of yard work, she mentioned sore shoulders to her daughter over coffee. Her daughter panicked, booking physical therapy, calling constantly, and suggesting hired help. Claire felt smothered, like she'd gone from independent to fragile overnight. One comment shifted how her daughter saw her. Oversharing small health issues can unintentionally paint you as less capable, making family hover or question your choices, like driving or lifting something. Serious diagnoses should be shared, of course, for support. But every minor ache? Keep it private. You know your body, what's aging and what's serious. Constantly sharing small complaints can also make your life feel smaller, defined by what hurts rather than your joys, wisdom, and victories. Talk to your doctor, track symptoms, but with family, choose what you share carefully. Peace comes from maintaining your independence, not inviting worry. Now let's address family conflicts. We've seen it all. Siblings arguing, in-laws clashing, old grudges resurfacing. As elders, we feel compelled to step in, offer advice, or mediate. But here's the truth. The more you say, the more you risk. Silence isn't weakness, it's wisdom. My friend Miriam, 80 and sharp, learned this painfully. During a visit, she gently suggested her 5-year-old grandson tidy his toys. Her daughter took it as criticism, grew distant, and visits dwindled. One small comment created a lasting rift. When you speak up, even with care, people hear through their emotions. Your advice might feel like judgment or taking sides. Trying to settle a sibling fight can make both think you're favoring one. Mentioning a family member's borrowing habits can label you the troublemaker. You love them, but your words can stick, tying you to the conflict rather than resolving it. Instead, try this. I trust you to figure it out. Or, I'm here but won't take sides. Then step back. Let them learn as you did by navigating their own paths. Your role now is to be the calm presence, not the fixer. Staying out of disputes protects your peace and keeps you from being dragged into every storm. Next, let's talk about regrets. We all have them. What ifs about missed opportunities or choices. It's tempting to share these with family, especially as reflections surface. But voicing regrets can hurt more than heal. Norma, a 79-year-old retired teacher, once told her daughter she wished she'd traveled more in her youth. It was a fleeting thought, but her daughter felt it meant her family wasn't enough, as if Norma's sacrifices for them were a burden. Regrets, even shared as lessons, can make loved ones feel like they held you back. Saying, I wish I'd worked longer, might sound to them like you weren't enough. It can also paint you as stuck in the past, prompting family to treat you as if your best days are gone. Your regrets are valid, but they're sacred. Keep them private, not out of shame, but to protect those you love. Instead of, I wish I'd done differently, try, I've learned so much from my life. This shares wisdom without sorrow, preserving your story and your family's peace. Finally, let's discuss your asset plans. We're told to clarify who gets what to avoid surprises. A will and trusted executor are essential, but sharing detailed plans too early can backfire. Edna, an 83-year-old retired nurse, told her 3 children how she'd divide her house, accounts, and heirlooms. Soon her son pushed to sell the house now, her daughter questioned her share, and her youngest withdrew, hurt by the talk. What started as transparency bred competition and resentment. Edna said, they saw the inheritance, not their mother. Detailed plans can spark entitlement, jealousy, or pressure to justify your spending. A cruise, a new chair. Your choices become scrutinized, eroding your freedom. Have a legal plan, but keep the specifics private. Your legacy isn't just assets, it's your life, love, and lessons. Protect your right to live freely without negotiation. In closing, you've spent a lifetime giving, time, support, love. Now it's time to guard your peace. It's not a luxury, it's a necessity. A quiet heart, a calm home, the freedom to live without judgment. These come from choosing what to share and what to hold close. Not out of fear, but because some things are sacred. Ask yourself, what's worth sharing and what's worth protecting? If this resonates, share in the comments one thing you'll keep private for your peace. We read every word,